Hello everyone, this is Trena at John's Furniture Repair, and we're in the shop today with this beautiful little radio cabinet. We just have the cabinet. The customer is redoing the radio. So let me show you some details on this beautiful walnut case. So you can see right away the top veneer is in really bad shape. And a lot of times I fix veneer, but this time we're going to be re-veneering this top. So I'm going to get some nice walnut veneer and redo that whole top. The whole thing is just in need of a refinish. A lot of old cracked finish and worn, scratched, dented, gouged, the whole works. This is for a customer who does a lot of radios, so he's got the radio at home, and I'll try to get a picture of the radio in the cabinet when we're done for you guys. But you can just see there's lots of love on this thing, if that's what you want to call it. So basically, first thing we're going to do is peel this veneer off, because that's the main issue. And then we'll just get everything down to bare wood and start making it beautiful. So let's get to work. After growing up in my dad's restoration shop and learning everything he knows, I'm continuing on with the business in my own shop. And after 25 years, I can truly say I love this job, and I just have to share it with you. Whether it's a priceless 300-year-old hand-carved piece of history or just an ordinary table or dresser, I pour my heart into each and every piece a customer brings me. I'm Trena, and this is John's Furniture Repair. Okay, first order of business is just to get this veneer off the top. So I'm going to be using an iron. This should be hot glue, not 100%. Can't really tell underneath here, but we're just going to try to heat this up. We're not saving any of this veneer, so I'm not worried about it too much. A lot of it's just already super loose that you can just chip it off. And it's very dry. Looks like there's a split in the top right here. Kind of just let go when I took the veneer off. Kind of heard it pop. Alrighty, so I've got this veneer off. That was not hard, and we'll have to just get this surface prepped nice and flat for the new veneer. I've got a crack right here I'm going to fill with epoxy putty here too, and then I did gouge it a little bit right there, so oops. So just going to make this nice and flat. I've got the high glue heating up, and I'm just going through my dad's veneer stash, and we're going to do a nice thick veneer because it did have a nice thick veneer. And basically we're going to line up this piece, and there's sapwood at the end of this piece, so I'm going to line up this piece with this sapwood. That's that lighter part, if you're wondering what that is. This is the sapwood here. So we're just going to kind of join those pieces at the sapwood there. So I'm going to do I'm going to get a template off of this piece first, just with a piece of paper, so I can give a rough cut to these pieces before we glue them on. And this crack isn't actually a crack, it's a dry split. There's two different types of situations where you can see a crack there. This dry split is not moving, it's just opened up the top bit of the grain. And I think this thing's seen a bit of water damage just from the way the veneer looked, so probably happened during the dry out after that. Okay, so we'll let that kind of cure up. Fill any of these other areas. And when that's all hard, we'll give it a nice light sand. Alrighty, so I've got these pieces rough cut to size and jointed these edges so everything's going to fit nicely together. So basically I'm just going to be joining these edges together. I think I'll do that first. Won't take very long for that to set up, and then we'll get the whole piece glued down with the hide glue. All right, so I've got this out of the clamps for the most part. There's always a few areas with hot glue that you need to kind of warm up again and get back down. So that back edge here, I'm just gluing that back down again. It's a little bit lifted. So I'm working on trimming the veneer on the front here. And I did cut it pretty close to template because I knew it would be kind of a bit of a hard thing to do the trimming here, but I'm just going to take the scraper and slowly work back to that line. Trying not to gouge into the top surface is pretty hard. We're just going to try to lift my knife. Probably work in really small sections going around the table or the radio cabinet. It's just about a 1/16 of an inch that I got to take off. So right about there. Alrighty, so we got this all under stain. You could see how I was doing the two-tone dark edge and border pieces. Just going back to the original design of the finish, we'll need to do some tinting to bring everything in line again because the different woods are kind of staining up all different. So we'll tint everything in a little better. Our new veneer is looking really good. Not a perfect veneer job, but it turned out pretty good. We'll need to darken it a little bit to come down to kind of this burl color here. And we've got the little knob here ready to go as well. So we'll just let this dry for a day because this is gel stain and it takes quite a long time to dry. And then get it under some clear coats and see where we're at for color. The back, or the inside, I've just sanded lightly and done a wash over. There's a couple of worn areas. I might add some color, might not, but there was some finish that was just kind of flaking and I didn't want that to continue to happen, so we just sanded it lightly and stained it. So we'll leave this for a day and then hit it with the clear coats. All right, and there it is, all finished up, looking very snazzy. And I'm hoping to get a picture of the cabinet with the radio installed from the customer. So I'll just wait to see if you can do that for me. So here's our new veneer, looking really great. Used a nice 1/8 inch thick piece and joined it at the front here. And these two sections. Looking really good with the two tones. Did a little bit of extra tinting on those. You can still see some wood grain popping through, but nice two-tone finish. And beautiful burls popping out. And we've got that nice piece and the design of the front here back to the way it was. Everything is looking original and good. So thanks so much for joining me on this one, guys. Really appreciate you being a part of this community. And if you want to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee. The link is in the description below this video. But as always, thank you so much for your comments and your encouragement. Have a great day. Cheers.